This video is sponsored by Edukaji. For more free SPM video, log on to Edukaji site. The link is in the description below.
Hi guys, my name is Terry. In this video, I'm going to go through Additional Mathematics SPM Actual Paper, year 2022, and this is paper 2. Alright, let's get started with question number 1 from Form 4, chapter 1, function. So in this question, you're given fx equals 1 minus 2x and gx equals to x squared minus 3. So you're going to determine whether g inverse is a function or not. Okay, so to know whether g inverse is a function, right, we have to look at the original function. Okay, your original function gx is x squared minus 3. The easiest way to show or determine whether it has an inverse or not is that we do a sketch. Okay, so let's draw the graph of y equals to x squared minus 3. Now we know basic x squared graph looks like this. This is y equals x squared, and it will touch the origin, you pass through the origin here. Yeah, so when you minus 3, you're supposed to take the graph and shift down by 3. So let's do a rough sketch like this. Don't draw a perfect graph. Okay, having said that, usually drawing graph, you need to use a ruler. Sketching graph, you better use a ruler, yeah, to draw the axis. So this is minus 3 here. Now, to explain this, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So when you draw a horizontal line, we call this a horizontal line test. So when you draw a horizontal line, you notice that it will intersect at 2 points, 1 and 2. All right. So we say that the horizontal, maybe I label this as y equals to x squared minus 3, horizontal line test cuts at 2 points. So when horizontal line test cuts at 2 points, you have 2 answers, right? We call it a 2x value mapped onto the same y value, right? So we can actually use a horizontal line test to explain, right? Or we can say this graph has a many to one relation. Yeah, also we can also mention many to one relation, because many to one relation has no inverse. And a horizontal line test, when it cuts at 2 points, the function has no inverse, right? So therefore we can say that therefore g inverse x is not a function. Yeah, normally we say the function gx has no inverse, or we can say g inverse x is not a function. All right, that is part A, 2 marks. Okay, so I suggest you use a graph just mentioned using horizontal line test or the type of relation. All right, B Roman 1. Find hx if f inverse hx is now gx. Okay, you're given your gx, you're given fx. So a lot of people would tend to go and inverse the function first. You can inverse the function fx first, then you sub inside and find hx. Okay, for me, I would use it this way. I'm going to start by letting hx becomes y, the function inside, because you're finding the function inside when you're given the function outside, and you're given gx as well, right? So we will take f inverse, we put hx equals to y, and we equate to gx. Gx is x squared minus 3. All right. Now, I need to find f inverse first, right? Then only, or should I say I can switch this? Okay, I don't know whether you guys are okay if I switch, right? My hx, I'm finding hx, right? I'm switching using this method. If this is y, the moment you inverse your y, let's say you get z. When you start from z, you move forward, you get your y. So we can say f of x squared minus 3 is now your y. Okay, so when you do it this way, you don't have to inverse the function. Now I'm going to take this x squared minus 3 and substitute inside fx. So my y will be 1 minus 2 bracket x squared minus 3. Okay, let's expand this. 1 minus 2x squared plus 6. What is your y? Your y is your hx your hx is 7 minus 2 x squared. Okay, we got our hx already. All right. Now, next, we're supposed to find the value of x, given that your g f inverse x equals 1. Okay, I've got my hx. So I'm going to, well, actually hx is not related, like in this case, not really related to that. We need to find x value given g f inverse x equals 1. Now again, I like to use the substitution method. I'm going to let my f inverse x, becomes y. So when I switch it, right, this will be, when I sub inside, this, you can write this as gy equals to 1. Okay, I'm replacing this with y. Now, we know gx is x squared minus 3, so we can write gy as y squared minus 3. The result is 1. Okay, y squared is therefore 4, y is plus minus 2. Okay, your y is your f inverse. So my f inverse x is now either minus 2 or plus 2. Okay, again, now you notice I don't want to inverse the function. I just switch, because if I say f inverse x equals to minus 2, f minus 2 is just x. The second one, f2 is just x. Okay, if you don't understand this, come let me show you here. So we start from x, we go backwards, f inverse x equals to minus 2. If you start from minus 2, you go forward, f minus 2 is now x. So to find the value of x, we take this negative 2, put inside fx. Okay, let me move up a bit. I need a bit more space here. So we take 1 minus 2 times minus 2. Your x is either 5, or the second one, 1 minus 2 times 2, x is negative 3. Now guys, if you find this method a bit too unique and you're not used to this method, you can use the normal way. But let me do it over here. I don't have enough space here, so I'm going to show you from scratch, right, the normal way. Okay, so this is a standard way, what most people will do. All right, the first part. Okay, you're finding hx given f inverse hx equals to gx. So a lot of people will tend to go and inverse the f first. Okay, they go and find the inverse function. You can write fx equals y, 1 minus 2x equals to y, 2x is 1 minus y, x is 1 minus y over 2. So you take this x, right? You rewrite as f inverse x, 1 minus x over 2. Okay? Yeah. So next we're going to take this and we sub inside. Yeah, you are putting inside your you're finding hx. So your f inverse, your hx, okay, equals to gx. So you know your f inverse already. So here we're putting the function, we're finding the function inside given the function outside and your composite function, right? So we can write your function inside is hx. The same thing, we let hx be y. Okay, let me write here, let hx be y. So this part is the same. Hx becomes y again. Or if you don't want to write y, maybe I write u, because I've used y here, right? So I'm going to start f inverse u equals to gx. What's a gx? X squared minus 3. And you can see the similarity between this and the earlier method I've shown you. So I'm going to put u inside f inverse. So 1 minus u over 2 equals to x squared minus 3. Right, multiply over 1 minus u is 2x squared minus 6. Rearrange, u is 7 minus 2x squared. And what's your u? U is your hx. Okay, right. But you notice this method a lot longer. Now, previous method, you can see, I only did in 6 lines. This one, you need how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you count this, it's 12, right? So it's double the amount of time, okay, to do it, because more steps to do. All right. Now, what if I want to do part B? Well, Roman 2. Okay. Actually, this one belongs to Roman 1, so I just let it be there. Second one, you're finding x given your g f inverse equals to 1. So the good news is we already know our f inverse. So we can sub your f inverse, which is 1 minus x over 2 into here. right? So this is 1. So take this, sub inside your g. What's your g? 1 minus x over 2 square minus 3 equals 1. This is your gx, can you see here? So multiply the, bring the 3 over 1 minus x over 2 square equals to 4 square root 4 minus 2 and 2. 1 minus x is minus 4. 1 minus x is 4. Bring over x is 5 or negative 3. Okay, question number 2 is from coordinate geometry from 4, chapter 7. Okay, diagram shows two straight lines. Equation of straight line RS is given. Find the equation of straight line PQ. Okay, so for PQ, right, your RS is y plus 2x plus 3, this line. PQ and RS are perpendicular. So when you see two lines perpendicular, we know we have to use m1 dot m2 equals negative 1. So we start by finding gradient of RS. I convert it to y equals to mx plus c. So what's your gradient? Your gradient of RS is negative 2. PQ, because it's perpendicular, you take RS times with gradient PQ. The result is negative 1. Gradient PQ is therefore 1 over 2. Okay, I know this line has gradient of 1 over 2. So we know a point. We can use the formula to form equation straight line, which is what? Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Okay, you can times inside. This is y plus 2, half x plus 4. Bring the 2 over half x plus 2. All right, that is Roman 1. Roman 2, how do you find coordinate point Q? Well, Q is the intersection between these two lines. So I can call this equation 1, I can call this equation 2, and solve them simultaneously, right? So sub 1 into or 2 in 1, doesn't matter. Okay, 1 into, okay, this is a bit ugly. Let me fix this, right? 1 into. So when you substitute, you get negative 2x minus 3 equals to half x plus 2. You can bring this to the right, bring this to the left, right? If you find the fraction a bit annoying, right, maybe I times 2 first. I times 2 first is easier. So minus 4x minus 6 equals x plus 4. Bring over, this is negative 10 equals to positive 5x. X is negative 2. So once you know the value of x, we can find the value of y. Let us sub inside equation 1. Your y is minus 2 times minus 2 minus 3. Your y is 1. So your coordinate of point Q is minus 2, 1. All right. B. The straight line PQ is extended to T such that PQ QT is 3 is to 2. 3 is to 2. Okay, that means this is shorter. This is shorter. Let me do one more time. This one is shorter. Around here. Okay, let me rub this off. PQ QT is 3 is to 2. So this is 3, this is 2. Now we don't know exactly where's T. So I'm going to, the coordinate point T. So I'm going to call it XY. So extend this. Okay, T is here. Call it XY. So remember the ratio formula. I'm going to use ratio formula here. This M and N, right? The most important thing, if you don't remember the formula, it's okay. The formula is given in the exam, but more importantly, the ratio and the coordinate, when you multiply, must be opposite. You're finding the coordinate point T. So we start by using point Q, which is this minus 2, 1, right? So let me write minus 2, 1. You equate with 2 times negative 8 plus 3 times x. Total ratio 3 plus 2. You need to write the whole thing. You write 3 plus 2. 2 times negative 2, 3 times y. Total ratio 3 plus 2. So let's equate this. Negative 2 equals negative 16 plus 3x over 5. 1 equals minus 4 plus 3y over 5. Okay, you can multiply over negative 10 equals negative 16 plus 3x. Your 3x is 6, x is 2. 5 equals to minus 4 plus 3y. 3y equals to 9, y is 3. Therefore, what's our coordinate point T? Coordinate point T is 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so this is quadratic function from for chapter 2. A quadratic function is given by this, right? Fx equals 2x squared minus 5x plus b, such that b is a constant. All right. The roots of these quadratic equations are alpha and beta. So form a quadratic equation which has a root of 2 alpha minus 1, 2 beta minus 1 in terms of b. Okay, so you all know how to do SOR PO, all right? We start by letting my fx be 0. My SOR sum of root is alpha plus beta. The result is negative b over a. We can write this as 5 over 2. POR is alpha times beta. The result is c over a. Now, we need to form a new equation. Before you form a new equation, we need to identify our new SOR and new POR, which is what? 2 alpha minus 1 and 2 beta minus 1. So we put it together. For me, I'll factorize the 2. I'm left with alpha plus beta minus 2. My alpha plus beta is 5 over 2 from here. This is 5 over 2. My alpha times beta is b over 2. So we're going to use these two information. Okay, the first one, I don't need alpha beta. I need alpha plus beta. So simplify this. This will be 3, right? Cancel 2 and 2. 5 minus 2 is just 3. Okay, so next we are going to find our new POR. We can take 2 alpha minus 1 times 2 beta minus 1. Expand the bracket. 4 alpha beta minus 2 alpha minus 2 beta plus 1. So we can factorize the negative 2, left with alpha plus beta minus plus 1. Okay, your alpha beta is 5 over 2. Sorry, this one, p over 2. Sub inside p over 2. Your alpha plus beta is 5 over 2. Can we simplify this? This is 2p minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4. So I got my new POR. Then, how to form new equation? All right, hang on. Okay. So your new equation will be, let's write this as x squared minus your SOR, which is 3x. POR is 2p minus 4 equals 0. There you go. That's your new equation. Okay, so part A and part B, they are not related, as in you don't need a result for part A to do part B. Part A, you have fx equals to this. Part B, this line touches y equals fx at one point. So when it touches at one point, we know you try to solve it simultaneously, you have only one answer, meaning you have to use b squared minus 4ac equals 0. So we begin by calling this, I don't want to rewrite this equation. You can call this equation 1 here, equation 2 here. I sub 2 in 1 or 1 in 2, right? So your 1 is, your y and fx is the same, so we write x plus 1 equals to 2x squared minus 5x plus b. You're finding the value of b now. So rearrange this, bring everything to the right hand side. 2x squared minus 6x plus b minus 1 equals 0. Let's do our b squared minus 4ac. Let it be equals 0. My b is negative 6. I square it. My a is 2. My c is b minus 1. The result is equal to 0. So negative 6, if I square it, I get 36. This one is 8. You can times inside, but personally, I prefer not to times in. I prefer to carry the whole thing over. So 36 equals to 8 of b minus 1. But 36 cannot divide 8 exactly. 36 divided by 8 is actually 9 over 4. Right? Up to you how you want to do it. Because some people prefer to, multiply inside the 8 with the p minus 1. Finally, what is p? 9 over 4 plus 1. p is 13 over 4. Sorry, 36 divided by 8 is 9 over 2, not 9 over 4. So if you plus 1, p is 11 over 2. Question number 4, this is progression from 4, chapter 5. So in the geometry progression, sum of the first 4 terms is 16 times sum of the next 4 terms. Sum of the first 4 terms is 16 times sum of the next 4 terms. Okay, before you write this, What is first 4 term and next 4 term? Okay, I'm not going to include that in my working here, but I just want to show you. First 4 term is T1, T2, T3, T4. Next 4 term starts from T5, T6, T7, T8. If you want to find the next 4 terms, right, this is the next 4. This is the first 4. We should take S8 minus S4. So next 4 term is S8 minus S4. Okay. Right, you need to know this. Now, the next thing is, I'm not going to sub in the formula first because it's going to look more complicated. Let us multiply the 16 inside. 16S8 minus 16S4. So this 16S4, I transfer to the left. I plus 1. 16 plus 1 is 17S4. This is 16S8. Okay, remember for geometric progression, right? What is Sn? Sn is what? A. There are two versions. You can use 1 minus r power n or r power n minus 1. Up to you. But since the question will say common ratio is, show that the common ratio is 1/2. So I think I use 1 minus r. Yeah, this version. We use this for r less than 1. But actually, if you use the other version, it's still okay, right? It doesn't make a difference actually. So I'm going to sub in. This one will be a bracket 1 minus r power 4 divide by 1 minus r. This is 16. A 1 minus r power 8 divide by 1 minus r. Now, here's the thing. We can actually simplify this. Yeah. Okay, I need to quickly explain the idea of a squared minus b squared. You know this, right? A squared minus b squared, when you factorize, what do you get? A plus b, a minus b. Can see here? Let me just move this a bit. Okay. Now, we are going to factorize this 1 minus r power 4 and 1 minus r power 8. So 1 minus r power 4, no need to do anything. Okay, by the way, can we cancel this two? Can we cancel a? Can I? So I'm going to make the equation simpler. This is 17. 1 minus r power 4. This will be 16. Okay, I'm going to use a squared minus b squared here, which is 1 plus r power 4, 1 minus r power 4. For those who are not sure about this, let me say this again. If your r power 4 is a, yeah, your a squared becomes r power 8. Or should I say this is your b? This is your b. This is your b. Your a is 1. This is your b. If b is r power 4, b squared is r power 8. So if you have 1 minus r power 8, right, you can factorize to 1 plus r power 4, 1 minus r power 4. Yeah, not 16, it's 8 because you times together. When you square it, right, when you square this, you times in is 4 times 2, this is 8. Okay, so now why do I do that? Because it's easier so that I can cancel it. Yeah, I can cancel this to here. I can cancel 1 minus r, 1 minus r. I'm left with 17 equals to 16 bracket 1 plus r power 4. 17 divided by 16 is, we just leave it out first, equals 1 plus r power 4. Your r power 4 is 1 over 16. When you root it, you can put plus minus. Yeah, you can put plus minus. But the question already mentioned, wait, it didn't mention here that you have to take positive and negative, right? So, but the question asks to show that r is 1 over 2. So I think we can just root it and write this. Yeah. But by right, we should have a plus minus. But the question maybe should have mentioned that all the terms are positive. Okay. Anyway, since the question already asked you to show that r is 1 over 2, yeah, we can just take this. R is 1 over 2. Okay. Now, next, part A, we're done. Part B, given that the difference between the 4th term and the 8th term of the progression is 120. 4th term and the 8th term. Okay, your 4th term is bigger, 8th term is smaller. So because your common ratio is smaller, it's less than 1. So it's getting smaller and smaller. We say T4 minus T8 is 120. Okay, we're supposed to find A. So remember the formula for Tn is what? A R n minus 1. I don't know what's my A, but I know my R is 1 over 2. Your n is 4, 4 minus 1, right? The n is 4, 4 minus 1. This is A again, 1 over 2. 8 minus 1 equals 120. Okay, 4 minus 1 is 3. 1 over 2 power 3 is 1 over 8a. 1 over 2 power 7 is 1 over 128a, right? You may want to use a calculator. All right, okay, let me use my calculator here. Wait, I wonder whether I can show, okay, Nama, I just show you this way. I cannot see my calculator. Okay, wait. So use my calculator here. This will be 1 over 8 minus 1 over 128. You should get 15 over 128. Okay, 128, you times up and you divide. We take 120 divided by this. 120 divided by this answer. Answer A is 1024. Okay, 1024. All right, so now that we got this answer, next we will find sum to infinity. I've got my first term, I got my common ratio. Sum to infinity is very simple. The formula is A divided by, let me write here, A divided by 1 minus R, this formula for sum to infinity. My A is 1024, my R is half. So basically you times 2. 1 minus half is half. 1024 divided by half is 1024 times 2, 2048. Yeah. Okay, question number 5. Diagram shows the plan of a rectangular garden ABCD. A pond is in the shape of a quadrant of a circle or quarter of a circle at the center D. Will be built in the garden. We center D and build in the garden. So the remaining area is this. So the remaining area will be planted with grass. So given that P is a midpoint, right, and length of AB is twice the length of arc PQ. So find the value of x and y. Okay, now we can form two equations. The first equation is the remaining area planted with grass. So this is the area planted with grass. This is the pond, water, right? So we take rectangle minus quarter of circle. Now they say this is a midpoint. So the length from here to here will be 3x, right? The radius is 3x. Okay. Maybe I start with quarter of circle. Minus, take the rectangle, minus quarter of circle. So area of grass is 90x plus 27 bracket pi. Area of grass is 6x times y minus 1/4 of area of this circle, the blue color, which is pi r square. Result is 90x plus 27 bracket pi. So it looks a bit complicated because you got x, you got y, you got pi inside, right? So maybe I just simplify first. 6xy minus 9 over 4 pi x squared equals 90x plus 27 pi. Can we get rid of fraction? You can simplify first, or you can look at the second equation first. Okay, maybe I look at the second equation first before we decide what to do. Your second equation is what? They say length of AB is twice length of arc PQ. AB is twice arc PQ. So I use SPQ, right? Like S equals R theta, right? Length of AB, right, is Y. Length of arc PQ, we don't need to use S equals R theta. We use 1/4 of 2 pi R. Yeah, 1/4, you know, circumference of a circle is 2 pi R, right? 2 pi R. What's your R? Your R is 3x. So your Y is basically, can we cancel this? Cancel 4, 2, 2. So it's 3 pi x. 3 pi x. Am I right? Y is 3 pi x, equation 2. Okay, you can actually sub inside directly. You actually can simplify first if you want, right? If you want to simplify first, right, I will have to multiply by 4. Is it a good idea? Divide by 3. You can do it later if you want. Okay, now 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 8xy. I multiply by 4, get 4. Divide by 3, I get 3 pi x squared. 90 divided by 3 is 30. 30 times 4, 120x. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 9 times 4, 36 with a bracket pi. So this is equation number 1. I just simplify it. Now, next, we sub equation 2 inside equation 1. Your y is now 3 pi x minus 3 pi x squared equals 120x plus 36 bracket pi. Alright, now from here, I'm going to cancel. I divide everybody by 3 pi, give a pi. So this will give us 8 with the x squared minus 1 more x squared. This one, when you divide by pi, the pi cancels out. 120 divided by 3 is 40x. 36 divided by 3 is 12. So 7x squared minus 40x minus 12 is equal 0. Right. Okay. Now, how to factorize? We take 7 times 12. 7 times 12 is 84. What's the factor of 84? I know a lot of people just use calculator. You can, 84 and 1, 42 and 2. Can we divide by 3? 28 and 3. Can we divide by 4? 21 and 4. Can we divide by 5? Cannot. Divide by 6? Can you divide by 6? Yes, 14 and 6. Divide by 7? 12 and 7. That's about it. 8 cannot. 9 cannot. Okay. So which combination gives us 40? I should use 42 and 2. Right? So let me put double bracket here. 7x x. To get 42, I put a 6. To get 2, I need to put 2 here. So this is minus and plus. I hope you can factorize quickly. This is minus 42 plus 2. That gives us minus 40. So my x values will be minus 2 over 3 and 6. Ignore this. Your x can't be negative. Your x has to be 6. So once you got the value x, we sub inside equation number 2. Find your y. Your y is 3 pi 6. Answer 18 pi. Okay, your y is in terms of pi, your x is just an integer. So I wrote this wrongly as 2 over 7, not 2 over 3. Negative 2 over 7 and x equals to 6. Of course, x can't be negative. We ignore that. We take x equals to 6. Right, so this is Form 5, Chapter 6, Trigonometric Function. So first part, prove that cotangent x over 2 minus tangent x over 2 is 2 cotangent x. Okay, we start from the left-hand side. Okay, we always start from the side with more number of terms. Okay, cotangent is given as cos over sine. But there's an x over 2 here, so it's cos x over 2 divided by sine x over 2. And tangent is defined as sine over cos. So let me write here, sine x over 2 divided by cos x over 2. So can we cross multiply? Cos multiplied by cos is cos squared. Sine multiplied by sine is sine squared. You divide by sine times cos. Basically, I'm going to combine this as a single fraction. So every time you do this, and you do not know what to do, you can always, should we take out your right hand side? You look at right hand side, cotangent, right, is cos over sine. Cotangent is cos over sine. Okay, sorry, this is x, this is not x over 2. So I know how to use the half angle formula, right? Okay, for those who are not familiar, cos 2a, right, actually has 3 formula. The first one is cos square minus sine square. Second one is 2 cos square a minus 1. Third is 1 minus 2 sine square. These formula are all given in SPM. You can look at the formula sheet. But sine 2a only 1, which is what? 2 sine a cos a. However, you notice that this is not 2a. This is x. So if your 2a equals to x, your a will be x over 2. So you want to think that the top right, since I have 3, and you can see that it's actually equals to this one. See? This is the same as this. Same pattern. But instead of using a, we use x over 2. So I'm going to write here cos square x over 2 minus sine square x over 2. Okay, but for your denominator, take note, there is a sine x here. Now, sine 2a is 2 sine a cos a. So if it's x, it will be what? 2 sine x over 2 cos x over 2. Now, what we are missing here, guys? We are missing a 2. I don't have a 2 here. See this? I don't have a 2 here, right? So what we need to do next is to multiply top and bottom by 2. Okay, maybe I do one extra step. I handle this first. I combine this to cos x. This one has a sine x over 2 cos x over 2. Then I multiply top and bottom with 2. Why? Because I want to combine this into 2 cos x over sine x, and cos over sine is your cotangent x, yeah, which is equals to my right hand side. Okay, that is the proving part. It's quite long for 2 marks, but I think it's okay lah. B, sketch the graph. Okay, so if you see this, the cotangent, you need to look back, look at this, and look at this. This is cotangent. This is cotangent. See, what happened is the question actually rearranges. You need to rearrange this, right? Okay, maybe I rewrite here. We know that cotangent x over 2 minus 2 cotangent x is equal to tangent x over 2. Where do I get this from? From here. From this line here. I need to do that so that I can sub inside the function here, y equals modulus tangent x over 2 minus 1. All right, next we need to draw or sketch the graph of tangent x over 2. Okay, I produce a few graphs show you how we actually go from the normal tangent to this answer. See, a basic tangent graph, right? Everyone, basic tangent graph looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 strokes. This is y equals to tangent x, right? You go from 0 to 2 pi. But the moment you have tangent x over 2, you halve the number of cycles. So it's like this, 1 and 2 until 2 pi. Okay, you don't draw the whole thing. You only draw half of it. Now, next you have a modulus. The moment you modulus, what happened? Modulus means you change all the part that falls below the x-axis, you flip it up. So the graph goes like this, 0 to 2 pi. Okay, lastly, you have a minus 1. Minus 1 means I take the whole graph, I shift it down by 1. Okay, so when you draw this, guys, remember SPM, they want you to draw the axis using ruler. Please don't use freehand, use ruler to draw. All right, this is your x and y. This will be your 2 pi. Okay, but I don't use 2 pi here, sorry. The angle unit that we have to use is what? The angle that we're using here is degree, yeah? So please use 360, right? This is 180. Sometimes they'll ask you degree, sometimes ask you radian. Yeah, you can do both. So this is now -1. Okay. This is your the horizontal line, if you like, the line of equilibrium, the center line. So because I'm taking this, I'm shifting down by 1. So this graph goes all the way to infinity. All right. This graph goes all the way from infinity, touches at 1 point. So this is 0. Okay. So y equals to m is a horizontal line. Okay. You're supposed to find range of values of m. Okay. All right. So let me move up here. This is B Roman 1. What is the range of values of m? It's such that how many solution? There is no solution. Guys, no solution. No solution occurs when your horizontal line does not meet. For example, your m can be here. How many solutions do you have here? Y equals m? No solution. Right? No intersection. Okay, let me draw a bit lower here. This lower. Now, if I draw this here, how many solutions do you have? Exactly 2. Because it cuts at 2 points. Touches at 2 points. Okay? If I draw it here, let me just move it up. How many solutions do I have? Also 2. Now, in fact, in this case, right, you only have either no solution or 2 solutions. Because if you go all the way up, you're going to get 2 solutions anyway, right? 2 solution is 2 intersection. And from the graph, we can say from the graph, how many solutions do you have? In order for you to have no solution, your m should be less than -1. Yeah, m should be less than -1. Okay, question number 7. This is from 5 chapter two differentiation, right? But this one combined with a little bit of integration. We need to use a bit of integration. Okay, sorry, I have to squeeze everything inside smaller so I have more writing space. The district council construct a parabolic steel frame to hang a banner. The given diagram shows the front view of a steel frame. Rectangular banner ABCD will be hung at the points C and D, such as CD is horizontal. Length of AB from the ground level is 1 meter. The AB from the ground level, this is 1 meter from the ground level. Okay, the edges AB are vertically at point G and H, right? So it is given a gradient function of a curve is this. Okay, gradient function is what? Gradient function is your dy dx. So your dy dx is 6 minus 2x, okay? All right, and the distance GH is 2p. GH is 2p, so this is 2p meter. All right, show that the distance EH is 3 plus p. Okay, so here's the thing, a question never state clearly, but guys, we are assuming that your y-axis is at E. Okay, sorry, let me write nicely again. We are assuming your y-axis at E. Because if you have a gradient function is in terms of x. So where's your x? Your x must have a reference point from point O, right? Yeah, by right, the question must mention that E, we take E as the origin. So we know that if this is a gradient function, and it's a quadratic, because a quadratic function, when you differentiate, you get linear dy dx. At the turning point, dy dx is what? Dy dx is 0. So 2x is 6, x is 3. Why do I do that? I want to know this is x equals to 3. This is 3. Okay? What are we finding? We're finding EH. We are supposed to show that EH is 3 plus p. You know GH is already 2p, right? GH 2p, right? This is the axis of symmetry, right? Okay? So therefore, what is your... Okay, should I mention here? If I let n equals to midpoint of GH, so what is MH? MH is 2p divided by 2, which is p, right? So what is EH? EH will be 3 plus p. That's how I got this. Okay? Now, first part. Okay, not too difficult. Next, express area of the banner in terms of p. Okay, to find area of banner, right, we need to know what is this height. We need to know how high is C from the horizontal axis, right? Or how high is D, doesn't matter. But I don't have the function. So to find the function, right, to find the equation of the curve, I need to integrate my dy dx. Integrate dy dx, this is what? 6x minus x squared divided by 2, I get x squared plus c. Okay, I need to sub in the coordinate. Which is the best coordinate? Because it passes through O, right? We sub in 0, 0. That means when your y is 0, x is 0. All right, what's your c? Your c is 0. Your equation of the curve is this. All right, now that I know my equation of curve, I can sub in this point H. OH, right, is your, should I say EH? This is EH. EH is your x value, right? When your x is 3 plus p, what's your y? 6, 3 plus p minus 3 plus p squared. Expand 18 plus 6p. This is 9 plus 6p plus p squared. This is 18 plus 6p minus 9 minus 6p minus p squared. Okay, notice 18, you can minus 9, left with 9. 6p minus 6p disappear, left with another p squared. So it's 9 minus p squared. Okay, now that is your y. Now the y value, right, actually represent CH, C to H, right? This is your CH. CH is 9 minus p squared, which is the length from here to here, yeah? But I want to find the area of the banner. That means I can find CB. CB, right, you need to minus what? Take CH minus 1. Why minus 1? Because the question already says that this frame, right, this length of AB is 1 meter from the ground level. So when you take 9 minus b squared minus 1, you're left with 8 minus b squared. So your CB, which is the width of the banner, is now 8 minus b. The length of the banner, we know, 2p. The width of the banner is 8 minus b squared. So your area, L, they asked us to use L, will be length times breadth expand 16p minus 2p cubed. There you go. That is your area of the banner. Okay. Now, next, part B. If the cost to make the banner is 40 ringgit per square meter, calculate the total cost. Yeah. If the area is maximum. Okay, so we got to differentiate to find the maximum value. DL, DP. Differentiate 16P, you get 16. 16, not just 16. Differentiate this is 2 times 3 is 6P power 2. Let your DL, DP be 0. Okay, at the turning point, right, or this one, your DL, DP, the maximum minimum for L, the gradient is 0. 6P square is 16. P square is what? 16 divided by 6 is 8 over 3. Okay, the number a bit weird because it has decimal point, right? But it's okay, we can still solve it, right? I think I'll just leave it in set form. Yeah, you can use your calculator. Some people write 2 set 2, but they put 2 outside, set 2 or 3 also can. I think I'll just leave it like this first. Okay, don't change the decimal first, because we need to take this and sub inside your L. Right? You need to find what's the maximum area. Take this sub inside 16, set 8 over 3 minus 2, set 8 over 3 cube. Okay, I'm going to type this in my calculator. Set 8 over 3. You can press equals. The calculator will save this as an answer. So 16 times answer minus 2 answer cube. You will get this value. Okay, we just changed decimal, 17.42, right? 17.42 in square meter. Okay, all right. Now, next, you're finding the total cost. So, cost per square meter is 40 ringgit. So, what's your total cost? Take 1742 times 40, right? Times 40, 1742 times 40 ringgit, you should get 696 from 80. 696.80. Okay? All right. Okay, by the way, question say to the nearest RM. So if you use to the nearest RM is RM 697. Nearest ringgit Malaysia. Yeah. Okay, question number 8. This is Form 4, Chapter 8, Vectors. Diagram shows triangle OBQ and straight line OAC. Right, point P lies on straight line OQ, and OC is 3 times OA. OC is 3 times OA. Okay, maybe I label this information. Your OA is A, OC is 3 times, so I just label this as 2A. OB is B. So I label this as just B. Okay. Now, what else? OQ is K times of P. So this is K times of P. I just put a K here. AP is 1/3 of AB. Okay, maybe I join this together. It's easy to see. AP is 1/3. Actually, essentially, these things all joined together, you know. You notice this actually joined together, right? So I complete the diagram, easier to see. This is 1, this is 2, right? Because they also give us, later you're going to find BQ. BQ is HBC. BQ is HBC. Okay, so I just join together. Look easier to see. All right. First, you're expressing what? OP in terms of A and B. Okay, nowadays, they want you to write the, what we call triangular law, hukum segitiga. So if you want to go from O to P, right, you must go O to B to P. Why I can't do direct? Because vector is like a highway or road. You need to go through the line with arrow. I cannot go directly because there's no line here. There's no road here. So you need to go from here to here, followed by here to here, right? Two ways, So I mean two different directions. So we go O to B, B to P. OB itself is B, BP is 2 over 3 of BA. 2 over 3 of BA. Now, what is your BA? BA is minus B plus A. Okay, I better write this. Yeah, like I say, nowadays they want you to write the working BO plus OA. So this will be BO is minus B plus A. Let us simplify this. B minus 2 over 3B plus 2 over 3A. Your answer is 2 over 3A plus 1 over 3B. Okay, right? This is part 1. Part 2. BQ in terms of K. BQ in terms of K. You see, they give us this information. OQ is K, OP. So I know in order for me to go from B to Q, I must go B to O, O to Q. Right? Okay, let me just rub this over. I show you another one. All right. Okay, this one, I keep maintain this. To go from B to Q, I'll go from B to O. Yeah, let me use a different color. Green color. B to O, followed by O to Q. Looks like this, right? So you already know your BO is minus B, opposite, going opposite direction. Put a minus B here. All right. And OQ is K times of OP. K times of OP. And we know OP from part A, so I'm going to use the result. Substitute inside. OP is 2 over 3A plus 1 over 3B. Multiply inside. Minus B plus 2 over 3KA plus 1 over 3KB. So we're going to factorize the B. Put together your B. So this will be 1 over 3K minus 1 bracket B. That's your BQ. All right. Now, hence find the value of H and K if BQ is HBC. Now, BQ equals HBC is already given, right? So we know we have to use these two result, this information, because we have BQ in terms of K. This one is BQ in terms of H. So let's start. BQ equals to HBC. You know BC, right? BC is very easy. B to O, O to C. Okay, so your B to O is minus B, O to C is 3A. So your BQ is therefore 3HA minus HB. So now I've got two versions of BQ now, right? The first version is this one. You want to compare with this. The second version is this one. You want to compare with this. Okay, so let us start by comparing, right? This is part B, right? Part B here, comparing coefficient of A. 2 over 3K is 3H. Maybe we make, it's okay. I think I just write 2K equals to 9H. Equation 1. Then I compare vector B. Vector B is a green one, the green one. So we know your 1 over 3K minus 1 equals minus H. Minus H. So transfer negative over H is 1 minus 1 over 3K. Equation number 2. So we're going to sub equation 2 inside equation 1. Your H, right, is 1 minus 1 over 3K. Our goal is to solve for K. So you multiply inside 2K is 9 minus 3K. Bring over 5K is 9. K is 9 over 5. Then you sub inside equation number 2. Your H is 1 minus 1 over 3 times 9 over 5. 1 minus 3 over 5. 9 and 3 cancel, that will be 3 over 5. H is 2/5. Okay, we still need to state the ratio of BQQC. Yeah? Now, BQQC, right, we have to first find BQBC. BQBC is this. Maybe I sub inside your H. What's your H? 2/5. 2/5 BC. So for ratio, right, normally we don't put arrow. I don't want to put an arrow. So we say BQBC is 2/5. BQBC is 2:5. So that means that BQ, look at the diagram. BQ is 2. BC is 5. What's your BQQC? QC should be what? 5 minus 2 equals to 3. So therefore, BQQC is 2:3. Yeah? Ratio is 2:3. All right, so this is question number 9. This is your probability distribution from chapter 5. So the mass of police cadet member in the school is normally distributed mean of 60. Given a probability of police cadet chosen at random from the school with mass less of 61 is this. Okay, 8 police cadet are chosen at random from the school. So find probability that all of them have mass less than 61. So actually the first part is a binomial. Okay, I know the whole sentence mass less than 61, that's a probability. Yeah? So maybe I write here mass less than 61, 0.9772. For the first part is a binomial and this is your p-value. So you don't really need to write this, but I just want to let you know this is what x follow a binomial distribution. You're choosing how many people? 8. And the probability of that the police cadet member has mass less than 61 is 0.9772. Okay, so the first part, you want to find the probability that all 8 of them have mass less than 61, right? All 8 members. So what do you write? This is a binomial. X equals 8. The formula is 8C8. Yeah. P is 0.9772 power 8, 0.0228 power 8 minus 8. Yeah, please write the 8 minus 8. So actually, you don't need to use the the 570 ms to do this, the class-based calculator, because this calculator itself can do, because 8C8 is 1, anything power 0 is 1. You just have to type 9772 on your calculator, power 8, to get this answer, 0.8315. Yeah, 0.8315. All right. Okay. Now, next one. You want at most 6 members have mass less than 61. At most 6. At most 6 means maximum 6. So, are you going to count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That'll be a lot of work, right? So, the easiest way to do this is 1 minus what we don't want. We don't want 7 or 8. We want 0 to 6. We don't want 7 to 8, right? So, what is the probability of 7? We take 8C7, P is 0.9772 power 7, Q is 0.228 power 8 minus 7. Now I subtract here, no space, I write this below here, 8C8. In fact, 8C8 already have, so I think we just copy this. Don't want to write so many steps, right? I minus 0.8315. That we already got earlier, right? Okay. Okay, so calculator, I will use this calculator first. I can show you another way, like if you want. So this is 8C7.9772 power 7. Then this one is 0.0228. I just mentally minus 1 minus 0.9772 is 0.0228. This is power 1. So this is a value. Then I do a 1 minus of this answer, minus 0.8315. So you can get 0.01329. 0.01329. Okay. I also want to show you how to use this calculator. Okay, let me see. Hope you can see my calculator. This is the 570 MS Classmates calculator. So we can use this calculator function to find both part Roman 1, Roman 2. Okay, let's start with the first one. Menu. You press menu, you press 7 for distribution. All right, then you press binomial PD. So if you want to find specific value, you press 4 for binomial, go to 2 for variable, right? What's your x value, guys? Your x value is 8. 8. The first one is 8. So you can put an 8 here. Your n is 8. Your probability is what? 0.9772. There you go. 8315. Yeah, so this is one way. Now for B, right? Because you're finding at most 6. So at most 6 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this calculator has this function called cumulative density function. You press menu, go to 7. But instead of using binomial PD, we move down. We press 1 for binomial CD. You go to 2 for variable. Yeah. Now we are counting from 0 to 6. So my x value, I put 6. The rest the same. N is still 8. P is still 9772. Guys, I got 0.01328. Okay, now you notice there's a slight difference in the answer. Okay, maybe to be safe, right? Because why I got a slight difference answer? Because just now I'm using this value that is rounded off. So sometimes it does make a difference. Okay, if you really want to avoid this problem, what you can do is you retype in your calculator, or we take one more decimal. As in the question just now, right? Okay, let me show you here. The first method I use is the first one. I use this one, right? Just now I was using this 8315, right? So if you want to take one more, 83151. Okay, let me see. 83151. You can take one more, right? So I don't know whether my answer will be different. 83151. This is 83151, right? Yeah, you can do that. So now let's see whether my answer will be 28 or not. Okay, I'm going to use my calculator here. 1 minus 8C1, 8C7.9772 power 7, followed by 0.0228, right? Then you minus one more, 0.83151. Yeah, I got to 8. See this? So sometimes that's a problem. So yeah, but I guess it's okay, because why? We are using the result from the first part. Yeah. If not, you just find the whole thing and count again. Because I'm using the result from first part. First part I use 8315. So yes, it makes a difference. And this one I give answer correct to 4 significant figure. All right. That is part A. Okay, part B is a normal distribution. So now police cadet member is chosen at random from the school. Find the probability the mass is less than 60.5. So this one is a bit confusing for some people, because in the past in SPM, they normally don't combine binomial and normal together like this. Usually they'll separate two cases, but here they combine together. Some people still think this is binomial, but no, the question already mentioned that the mass is normal, right? That means I choose, what I'm saying is this, I choose one member, cadet member. On average, the mean is 60. So now you want to find the probability that the mass is less than 60.5. We're finding this probability. It's a normal distribution. So number one, we need to find, before we find this, right? Here's the thing. Do you know what's your standard deviation? Guys, do you know what's your standard deviation? No. But I know this information. See this? I know this. I know P probability of x less than 61 is 0.9772. So I'm going to use this result to find your standard deviation first. That is, remember, you got to standardize it. The formula for standardization, Z is x minus mu over standard deviation. My x is 61. My mean is 60. My standard deviation is unknown. The result is 9772. Okay, let me standardize this. This is 1 over sigma 0.9772. Okay, actually there are two ways, but normally SPM they'll ask you to use a table, not the calculator. But if you have this calculator, the 570 calculator, your answer is always the same. All right, come, let me show you. If you use a table, where's 9772? Okay, you got to slowly find. You're working backwards. Everyone, you're working backwards. 9772. Wait, sorry. I forgot to 1 minus yet. I need to do 1 minus. Because this diagram, right, guys? This diagram, if I sketch, it looks like this. This is on the right-hand side. 1 over sigma. Okay, when you sketch this, always remember you have to do 3 steps. Number 1, you fix the position. So what do I mean by fixing? You can put the 1 over sigma on the left or on the right. Now, obviously, this one has to be on the right. Why? Because your sigma is a positive value. So it has to be on the right. Number 2, you got to shade the region. Where you shade depends on this symbol. Look at this symbol. This is what? Less than. Less than means to the left, right? Number 3, you need to check, does it make sense or not? Okay, can this area be 0.9772? Answer is yes. All right, now I need to do 1 minus. You can write it down or you can just switch the symbol like this. Why do I do 1 minus? 1 minus 9772 is 0.0228. Do you need to do that? Because already shown here, right? Just now, less than 60 kg, less than 61 kg is 9772. More than 61 kg is 0.0228. So we need to read 0.228 from the table. Because remember, your table can only read upper tail. This is your table. We call it upper tail property. You only read the right-hand side. It doesn't read the left-hand side. Okay? So we need to read the right-hand side, 9772, 0.0228. Where is it? 228. Slowly find. You will see it here. See this? How do you read this? 2.0. That means your z value is 2 when the area is 0.0228. Okay, let me just show you here. So what we are saying is this. When this is, okay, I draw another one for you. When this is 0.0228, this z value is 2. Okay, this is your horizontal axis. This is your z score. We call it a standard normal distribution. Okay, a standard normal distribution. Okay, coming back to this. This is 2, So 1 over sigma is now 2. What's your sigma? 1 divided by 2, 0.5. Okay, but like I said, this question is very long. We're not done yet. We found our standard deviation. But now we're going to find what? The probability that the mass is less than 60.5. You want the mass to be less than 60.5. Okay, let us standardize. Change x to z. 60.5 minus your mu. Your mu is 60. What's your standard deviation? 0.5. Isn't it? Mean is 60. Standard deviation 0.5. So 60.5 minus 0. Minus 60 is 0.5. 0.5 minus 0.5 is 1. Less than 1. Okay, where's less than 1? I do my sketch here. This is 1. Less than 1 is here. I need to do a 1 minus more than 1. Okay, by the way, I forgot to tell you how to use a calculator just now. I did mention that your calculator can actually do this from here to here, or even from here. Okay, let's say I use my calculator here, press menu, press 7, go to number 3. Number 3 is inverse normal. Okay, let's say if I use 0.9772, I will get straight away, press equals, I'll get 1.999, which is 2, isn't it 2? Yeah, you get 2 straight away. The calculator, can read, the calculator actually read from lower tail. But if you want to use 0.0228, also can. It will give you a negative value. It give you a negative value, you press equals, negative 1.99, basically negative 2, right? Okay, so the reason is calculator and mathematical table is different. Our Malaysian syllabus, we use the upper tail. Yeah. If you do IGCSE A-levels we use lower tail. If you do Australian system, they use the negative side of the lower tail. So it's a bit, every country is different. Okay. So here your calculator will read this as negative 2 if you type in 0.0228. Okay. If you type 0.9772, they will read this as 2. Okay, just so you know, the result will be the same, whether you use your calculator or a table for this case. Okay, for 1, right, PZ more than 1, I'm going to use a table. 1 is this. Can you see 1 here? Let me show you. 0.1587. Yeah, 1587. Let's go back to this. This is 1587. Answer 0.8413. Okay, if you want to know how to use the 570 ms calculator, okay, let me show you here. You can also use this, but this one is more to double check, because I would say this, if you in SPM they want you to use the table for any number less than 2, right? Usually answer will be about the same, right? Will be the same, but more than 2 will be risky, because when you have more decimal point, actually mathematical table is not very accurate. Calculator is more accurate. But what to do? SPM, they want you to use table. They don't want you to use calculator, right? So this calculator, just show you here. You go to menu, go to 7, go to 2 for normal CD. But because we are using upper tier, right? We start from 1, we go to infinity. Infinity is 999. So you get 1587 as well. You see, this is A7. If you find that, wow, this is hard, not the same significant figure, well, we can actually fix the number format to, let's say, I fix it to 4. So yeah, 1587. So calculator can fix for you, change to the same significant figure, right? Okay, all right, that is your answer. Yeah, 0.8413. Okay, question number 10. This is from 5, chapter 2 and 3 combined, integration, differentiation combined. Okay, the first part is actually differentiation, because they ask for gradient of tangent. So you have curve y square equals to x plus 9. You're finding tangent at point A. So gradient tangent is this one, the line that touches the curve at one point. You're finding this gradient. So let's make y as a subject. Y is x plus 9 power half. Okay, so when we differentiate, is dy dx, bring the power down, copy the bracket, reduce the power by 1, differentiate inside the bracket. Differentiate inside, you get 1, differentiate 1x is 1. Now, let me simplify this to 1 over 2 with the square root x plus 9. If you don't simplify, it's still okay. It's just that it's easier for me to calculate if I write in root form rather than bracket power negative half. Now, at point A, right, what's your x coordinate? Your x coordinate is negative 5. So we substitute negative 5 inside. This is negative 5, yeah? This is negative 5. So my dy dx will be negative, 1 over 2 square root negative 5 plus 9. Negative 5 plus 9 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So my gradient is 1 over 4. Okay, first part, can? Right? Okay, next, area of shaded region. Okay, before you find area shaded region, we need to find a few information. Number one, I need to find my h value, because I need to find area of trapezium. And I also need to find my x-intercept, so I know where to integrate, right? So maybe I sub in negative 5h into your y. Your y is now h. Your x, you can write square root here. Your x is now negative 5, you plus 9. H is just square root of 4, which is 2. So this is 2, right? This one is 3 over 2. So we know we can find area trapezium. Now also at x-axis, your y is 0. So 0 equals to square root of x plus 9. When you bring over, x plus 9 is 0, x is negative 9. So this is negative 9. Now, in order to find area, let me do area of integration, which is this part, plus area of trapezium. Okay, for integration, you integrate from negative 9 to negative 5. Your function is x plus 9 power half dx. For area of trapezium, you put half sum of parallel side. What's your h? Your h is 2. The other side is 3 over 2. Your height is 5. Okay, how do you know why it's 5? This is 5. This is a trapezium. The height is 5. The two parallel sides are 3 over 2 and 2. Sorry, 2 smaller. So let us integrate now. So when I integrate, I copy the bracket, increase the power by 1. Half plus 1. 3 over 2. Divide by 3 over 2. Differentiate inside bracket 1. lower limit -9, upper limit -5. So this is actually 2 times 2, 4, 4 plus 3, 7 over 2, 7 times 5, 35 over 4. You can use your calculator. Yeah, in case I make a mistake, please double check. Flip this upside down, 2 over 3, substitute -5 inside. So please show your substitution. -5 plus 9, power 3 over 2, -9 plus 9, power 3 over 2, 35 over 4. So can we simplify this? This is, okay, I will use brain to count. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 square root 4 is 2. 2 power 3 is 8. 8 minus anything is still 8. 8 times 2 is 16 over 3 plus 35 over 4. Okay, this part I just use calculator. It's faster, right? It's 16 times 4 plus 35 times 3. I'll just take 16 over 3 plus 35 over 4. Let's count. 169 over 12. 169 over 12. You can leave your answer as mixed number or improper fraction. Doesn't matter. Okay. Right. Square unit. All right. Next. Volume generated in terms of pi. When the region bounded by the curve, straight line x equals y equals to h. Okay, I'm going to run this over. Where is the region bounded by the curve? I'm going to highlight the curve. This is the curve. Where is the straight line y equals h? Y equals h is horizontal line that passes through h. This is y equals to h. Y-axis is your y-axis. Okay, some more, your x-axis. So what is the region bounded by this for? The region should be here. The whole thing, right? Including this part here on top here. Okay. Okay. Maybe I show you one more time. Curve. Y equals to h. Y-axis. X-axis. This part here. Right? The entire part. Okay. Now, anyway, we need to rotate 360 degrees about the y-axis. So when you rotate about y-axis, the graph looks like this. It goes one round. Sorry, my graph looks ugly like that. Yeah, it's just for you to visualize. Don't need to draw all this shape. So volume will be what? Integration pi x squared dy. Remember, if you're using pi x squared dy, you make x as a subject. Your x is 9 minus y squared. So sub inside 9 minus y squared. But you got to square it because it's x squared dy. Lower limit, you're looking at y, your y value, your lower limit is 0, upper limit is 2, because you're rotating this way, not in x direction, but it's in y direction. So lower limit 0, upper limit is 2. So when I can't use composite function, why? Because it's a square here. Yeah, if you want to use composite function ax plus b, that's right. Remember the criteria or the condition is this must be linear. If it's non-linear, expand first. Okay, let me expand. You can take out your pi, 0 to 2. 9 squared is 81. 9 times 2 is 18. Y squared, y power 4 dy. So when I integrate, copy 81 at the y, this is what? 18 y cubed over 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. This is y power 5 over 5. Lower limit 0. Upper limit is 2. Let's put 2 inside. 81 times 2. 6. 2 power 3. 2 power 5 over 5. Okay, now your teacher is saying you have to show all the substitution, which is the annoying part. Okay, I need to move this over a little bit. This is 81 times what? Times 0, 6, 0 cube, 0, 5 over 5. Okay. Now use your calculator and count. So now the good news is, guys, even you have this calculator or the latest calculator, right? They have this integration sign. So you can integrate using the original function or even using this function also can. Let me just use the original function, 9 minus x square, close bracket square, lower limit 0, upper limit 2. So you see your answer is 602 over 5. With a pi. Yeah. Okay, you can use a calculator to check. I mean, do a manual way. Yeah. Manual way. Let me see. Is it? Manual way as in 81 times 2, 162, minus 6 times 8, 2 power 3 is 8, 32 divided by 5. The rest are all 0. Yep, you're getting the same answer. This is unit cube because it's volume. The next question we're going to go through is your Form 4 Chapter 6 Linear Law. So here we are supposed to plot y square root x versus x. We are given table values here. I think x you don't have to recalculate. Your y you have to recalculate. So let me redraw my table here. X, y square root x. Okay, draw a line. So we start with x equals 1.0, 2.0, 3.5, 4.5, 6.0, 7.0. Okay, your y square root x, right? Let me key in my calculator. Notice there's a negative value, negative 4.7, square root 1. Square root 1 no need to write. Square root 1 is still 1, so it's negative 4.7, 0. Second one, negative 0.79 with a square root of 2, negative 1.12. Negative 1.12. Third one, 1.29, square root 3.5, 1.29, 29. You should get 2.41. Okay, next, 2.64 times square root 4.5. Okay, 2.64. You will get this 5.60. Okay, next 3.5, 3.51 times square root 6. You should get 8.60. Okay, next one, 4.61 times square root 7, 12.20. Okay, guys, we got our x and y. Okay, now I want to teach you guys one extra thing. That is, we can use our calculator to predict your answer. Okay, so now let me just show you here, guys, using this calculator, the latest 570 ms, this one, class widths, press menu. You go to number 6 for statistic. Go to number 2, a plus bx. Key in your x and y. Okay, let me reset this because just now I set the number format to 4 decimal. Let me just reset first. Okay. Yeah. Okay, just AC. Press menu 6 for statistic. Then you press 2 for a plus bx. Key in all your x value. My x is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, not 3, 3.5, and 4.5, and 6, and 7, 6, 7. Right? Then do your y value. Y is negative 4.7. First one, second one, negative 1.12. Next, 2.41. 2.41. After 2.41 is 5.60. 5.60. After that, 8.6. All right. After that, 12.2. Right. Okay, I've got all my y value done. So you go to, next you press AC, go to option. Go to number 3 for regression calculator. So why? Because this will tell us where's your y-intercept, what is your gradient. So my gradient, you can see, my y-intercepts are A, negative 6.996. I say y-intercept is negative 7. Your gradient looks like 2.71. Okay, what is R? R is coefficient of regression. If your R is positive, means you have perfect positive correlation. As your x increases, your y increases. right? If R is negative correlation, normally R cannot be 1 negative 1. It'll be close, like 0.99. The closer it is to 1, the most of the point, if not all the points, lie on line of best fit. So this one shows that a lot of points are maybe not in the line of best fit. Okay, not so. The goodness of it is not there. Not all the lines on the line of best fit. Okay, so -7, 2.71. Let me just go back to this. I know my y-intercept is -7. Gradient is 2.71. Now, this is important because a lot of students, right, they start off by drawing like this. For example, they draw like this. Bottom. They draw. They realize that, oh no, my y-intercept is negative. Then they have to rub and redo. So if you know these calculator tricks, right, you can actually predict your answer before you start, right? So I know I have to go all the way down to -7, and the scale is usually given. They say 2 cm to 2 unit. So I know I need to give myself up to -8, right? So maybe I label here -8, sorry. Let me zoom in on -8. The lowest is -8. This is -6. -4, -2, 0. What is the largest value? If you look at the list, largest value I got from my table is 12. 12.2. Maybe I'd go 14. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. After that, 10, 12, 14. So this graph occupies the whole thing. The whole space, y squared x. Okay, I'm going to draw my x-axis. Okay, draw a horizontal line like this. Oh no. Maximum is what? My maximum largest is 7. Yeah, enough space. Okay. Let me label here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is x. Okay. Draw your y-axis. Okay, and you go up a bit higher. Cannot. Okay, wait on. Let me adjust this. Okay, zoom out a bit. Start from here. Okay. All right. Now, the points I have here, so you can read from here, 1 and -4.7. 1, -4.7. Okay, 4.7 we can read, right? 4.7. This is -5. 4.7 will be 3.5. Yeah, around here. Okay. Second one, we have 2 and -1.15. 1.15, I think I read 1.1. 1.15. Okay, sorry, this is a bit hard. I have to move this over. 0.15. Okay, no, it's not affecting. Never mind. 1.1 is here. 1. Close to 1.2, 1.15 here, in between. All right, next we have 3 and 2.41. 3 and 2.41. I'll read 2.4. Next, sorry, it's not 3, it's 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. Okay, now next, 4.5 and 5.6. 5.6. Okay, next 6 and 8.6. 6 and 8.6. And then 7 and 12.2. 12.2. Okay, 7 and 12.2. I wonder. Okay, now you look at it, right? Not all the line on line best, you can straight away see it's not a perfect line, but I know it's going to pass through -7. So that's where it's very useful that you start with -7, because I know my answer is -7. I know I will start here. My y-intercept is -7. Okay, so I just have to adjust my line. Okay, adjust my line, make sure I start from here, right? And it pass through as many points as I can, right? Okay, it looks like, is it like this? Is it better? Should I move this up? Okay, you see, the second point is above, third point is like on the line, fourth point is above, fifth point on the line. So we have 3 on top, 2 below. Maybe adjust a little bit more so that you have 3 on top, 3 below. This one looks like 3 on top, 3 below, right? You see this? This one looks like 3 on top, 3 below. 3 points on top, 3 points below, so it's balanced, right? But this point is very much further from your line of best fit. But sometimes you have no choice. Huh? Okay, now next, how do you calculate your gradient? So remember, linear law, you don't want to use substitution. You want to use gradient and y-intercept. So for y-intercept, already got 0, -7. For gradient, we pick any 2 points and we find the gradient. So I like to use 5 boxes. That is, this is 0, -7. Count 5 boxes to the right. Here, I take this coordinate. Please use the point on the line. Please don't use the point on the table, because some of the points, as you can see, it doesn't lie on the line of best fit. So this is 5 and 6.6. This is 6.6. One small box is 0.2. Okay, I'm going to show my calculation here. My gradient is 6.6 minus -7. Divide 5 minus 0. Okay, calculator. I take 6.6. Minus is a +7. Divided by 5. I got 2.72. Okay, my original answer is 2.71. Right, guys? Just now I used a calculator. I got 2.71. Here I got 2.72. I think it's quite close. Yeah, very good already. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, zoom out a bit. We can see that. All right. Now, next, what I want is to find the value of unknown A and B. Okay, let's go back to our working here. Okay, number 1, you need to find the value of y when x is 5.7. Okay, from the graph when x is 5.7, what's your graph? What's your y? Y square root x is what? Okay, go back to your graph. Where's 5.7? 5.7 is here. 5.7. Move it up. Okay. Okay, I look at it, it's like 8.5, right? It looks like in between. It looks like 8.5. This is 8.5. Okay, right. Okay, your y square root x is 8.5. So go back to here from the graph, right? This is 8.5. But we're not done. We need to find your y value. Your x is square root 5.7 here. Okay, sorry. This one is y square root x. You are finding your y value. So your 8.5, you need to divide by square root 5.7. My y is 3.56. Yeah, 3.56. 3.560. Always give answer correct to 4 significant figure. Okay, we're not done yet. We are supposed to find write ay equals b square root x plus 1 over square root x in linear form. Okay, to convert to linear form, right, we already know that we have to plot y square root x versus x. So I'm going to multiply everybody by square root x, but at the same time, I don't want to have an a in front. A is a constant. I'm going to get rid of constant, so you divide by a. So y square root x will be equals, okay, this b, right, guys? B square root x, you times square root x over a, you give us b over a x. This 1 over square root x, when you times with square root x over a, you cancel the square root x, you get 1 over a. So this is your big y, this is your gradient, this is your big x, this is your c. Okay, what are we finding? We're finding a and b. From my graph just now, my y-intercept is -7, right? Just now I got my y-intercept here is -7, as you can see. So 1 over a is -7. What is a? A is -1 over 7. How about my gradient? My gradient is b over a is now 2.72. Since your a is negative 1 over 7. I times over, take 2.72, divide by negative 7 or times 1 over 7. You should get this answer negative 0.3886. Yeah, 3886. Normally you get a slightly different answer. I mean, it's okay. There's a range of values that is accepted, right? So just now I calculated using calculator. I supposed to get 2.71. I'm getting 2.72 for my gradient, which is very good. When y-intercept is correct, from the calculator is around negative 7. Okay. Next question, question number 12. This is solution of triangle. So diagram shows a quadrilateral JKMN with area of L. It is given that Kn is square root of B, KMN is 110. You are finding value P. Okay, so if you're finding value P, we know this is your opposite side, right? Opposite to a given angle, and the other two sides are 10 and 12. So we use cosine rule, right? Okay, cosine rule is A squared. Your A is now square root B, square root equals to B squared plus C squared. Your B and C is 10 and 12. You can switch. You can do 10 first, 12 later, or 12 first, 10 later. It doesn't matter. 2AB, 10, 12, cos of the angle between 60. So can you use your calculator? This is 10 square. 12 square is 144. I think you can just write this. 2 times 20 times 12 cos 60. Okay, your calculator in degree mode, cos 60, you should get 4. Okay, did I make a mistake here? Wait. I think I typed wrongly somewhere. 10 square, 12 square. I typed wrongly here. This is 10, sorry. So it should be 124. Square root of, you square the square root, so P is just 124. All right, find the value of L. Okay, so L is the area. Okay, area of a quadrilateral. Now, before you find area quadrilateral, we need to find this area, right? The top part is not a problem because top part I can use half AB sin C. The bottom part is a problem because I don't have enough information. Yes, I know my P here. This is square root 124. I need one more information. Either I find Km or I find Kmn. So maybe you find Km, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur, Malacca. Right? So we say Km divide sine 30 equals square root 124 divide sine 110. Find your Km. Okay, calculator, square root 124. Because length divided by sine, isn't this length Kn what square root 124? It is, right? Yeah. Remember sine rule, length divided by angle, length divided by sine of the angle. Right? Your length of Km is square root 124. P is the square root inside. So don't go and put 124. It's square root 124. So now use your calculator, square root 124. Divide by sine 110, then you multiply with sine 30. So what are we getting here? 5.925. 5.925. Okay, I got my length of Km. So it's important that you find this because in order to use half AB sin C, we need length of two sides. And I need this angle. I need angle NKM, which is what? 180 minus 110 minus 30. You get 40, right? So this is 40. So your area, right, consists of two triangles. The first is a yellow one. Say the second is the blue one. Okay. For the yellow one, I'm going to use half A, B, sin C. You can use Heron's law, but half AB sin C is a lot easier, right? You can use Heron's law because I know the length of three sides already. Yeah, like I say, half AB sin C is easier. Square root 124, 5.925 sine 40. Okay, let's add them together. Okay, first one is half, I type 0.5 times 10 times 12 times sine 60. Yeah, we can see all this. Then plus half times square root 124. Next, you times with 5.925 times with sine 40. So you should get 73.17. Yeah, 73.17. Okay. Yeah. Square here. One 1716. Yeah, 16 or 17? 17, right? 17. Okay. All right. Now, next, sketch. Sketch triangle KLM, KMN that is different, has a different shape, such like KM prime equals KM. Okay, so this is an ambiguity case. Let me rub this off. It's too many lines, too many things, right? Let me just explain, show you here once again. So you want to find a different triangle than this, but you want to maintain KM prime. So KM prime equals KM. KN also you want to maintain. So that means that this one cannot change. Okay, let me use red color. This one cannot change. Right? Angle KNN also cannot change. This one cannot change. KM I can't change, but then I can extend it. Sorry, I'll use dotted line here. You draw the triangle outside, like this. Can you see? When you draw this, right, such that these two are equal length, you're maintaining the length. Yeah, you have a different shape, but they have the same length. This shape is, this length is the same, this length is the same, this angle is the same. So we're going to draw a second triangle here. 1, okay, 2, okay, this one I draw not too far away. 3, like this. This is N, K, M prime. Okay, all three must put prime. Prime. Okay, this is 30. This is 5.925. This is square root 124. Okay, can? My triangle is done with 1 mark for sketching. Then state the value of M prime, K prime, N prime. You're finding this angle. Okay, to find this angle, we know just now, right? We know this 110. So what is this? What is angle K, M, K prime, M prime, N prime? This one. Because you can flip outside. Remember, if this is 110, this is 70. So this is also 70. Huh? This K prime, N prime, N prime is also 70. So if this is 70, what is angle M prime, K prime, N prime? 180 minus 70 minus 30. Answer is 80 degrees. Okay. Okay, let's look at question number 13. This is linear programming from 5, chapter 7. Okay, a factory produces guava juice and watermelon juice. Due to limitation on production capacity, the factory can produce at most 180 packs of juice per day. Okay, okay, now let me just go straight to writing the three inequality. See, you produce X packs of guava juice, Y pack of watermelon juice. So the first inequality, at most 180 packs means what? Guava plus watermelon less equals 180. At most means maximum. Yeah, so the first inequality is this, X plus Y less equals 180. Okay, second one, the number of packs of watermelon exceed number of packs of guava. Watermelon is Y. Guava is X. So when you say watermelon more than guava, means watermelon minus guava got extra. Okay. Now, is they say it exceed number of packs of guava juice less than 60. Less than 60. Be careful. It's not less equals. It's less than. Okay, I don't write this. Yeah, less than. Non-inclusive. Third, the demand for number of packs of watermelon. Watermelon is Y. Is at least half number of packs of guava. Okay, Y greater equals to half X. Okay, so I've done my writing inequality. Next, using a scale of 2 cm to 20 packs on both axes, construct and shade the region. Okay, so to construct and shade the region, right, I like to use a table of values like this, X and Y. Let X be 0, Y is 180. Let Y be 0, X is 180. But sometimes, right, you don't have enough space. Sometimes you have to take other points. Because nowadays in SPM, the space given is, the graph is 8 by 11. Usually, because they fit inside the answer sheet, the question paper itself. So they give us this scale, 2 cm to 20. So if you times 20, right, this is 160. If you times 20, this is 220. So you can go maximum 220, minimum 160. So 160 cannot, right? This is 180, right? So I need to take another point. So let me take 160. If your x is 160, 180 minus 160, your y is 20. All right, next, I have to draw y minus x. You can write y less than x plus 60 also can. Y minus x less than 60. Okay, sorry, equation we don't put less than. When you draw, we write equal sign because you're drawing the line and you're not shading the region. So when your x is 0, your y is 60. Okay, take another point. Maybe x is 60, y is 120. You can use other points. As long as you have 2 points, you can join it together. Third one, y equals half x. When your x is 0, y is 0. X is, what do you want? 60, y is 30. Yeah, you can use bigger point, any other points. All right, so let me start plotting. You need 2 cm to 20. So let's start. Okay, for linear programming, we always start from bottom. Yeah, there won't be negative values. Your number of packet of juice and all that, they cannot be negative. So this is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. These are x. Draw a line. Okay, then do your y. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. Let me drop this off. After 180, 200. Okay, you don't even need to go 220. I think, start at 200 is enough. Okay, let's draw your y-axis. Okay, all the way up. Okay, now next, let me continue with plotting at 0, 180 and 160, 0. 0, 180, 160, 0. 160, 0 is here. Sorry, 160, 20. 20 is here. I need to adjust a little bit. Okay, somewhere here. All right. Now, this is x plus y equals to 180. Okay, then y minus x equals 160 is 0, 60, 60, 120. 0, 60, 60, 120. This one, be careful. You need to use dotted line because it's non-inclusive. 60, 120. So, although I draw a straight line here, you need to adjust it. Dotted line. Okay, I draw a dotted line on top. Looks like this. This is y minus x equals 60. Okay, next one. Y equals half x. Y equals half x. 0, 0, 60, 30. 60, 30. So we draw. Oh, I cannot. Can this one. 60, 30. Something like this. Y equals half x. Okay, so where's the region? Now, you want the region to be, everyone, You want it to be first one below, second one below, third one on top. Below, below, on top. So where is it? I normally label with the region R. Okay. So let me use below. This is below this part. Below this part on top of the last line. So it's this region here. Okay. This is my shading. All right. Now, next we're going to use the result. Use a graph to solve this. Okay, they say use a graph to answer this question. C Roman 1. The maximum number of packs of guava. Guava is X. If you look at the graph, right, the largest X value is where? The largest X value is here. So you move it down. Find your Y value. Your X value, your X is 120. Okay, right. So we say X maximum is 120. Okay, now next one is really interesting. And normally we have to form objective function. Okay, and normally objective function all profit one, all positive one. But this is negative. They say due to the increased price of guava on a particular day, each pack of guava costs loss of 550. Right? The profit for each pack of watermelon juice is 40. So factory produced 80 packs of watermelon juice that day. So calculate the maximum profit. Okay, so normally your objective function K is profit for guava, profit for watermelon. But this guava is losing money, 550 per pack. Watermelon making money, 40 of Y. So this is your objective function. And they already predetermined that you produce 80 packets of watermelon. So if your X is 80, you want to find maximum profit Y. Okay, very simple. Maximum profit Y happens when Y is maximum. Maximum profit for K, when Y is bigger. The bigger the Y, the more profit you have, right? You don't have to go and draw the line, the objective function anymore, right? Don't need to draw objective function because it's already, you can see your Y, bigger the Y, the bigger the profit. When X is 80, what's your Y? Yeah, and they already gave us this what? The number of guava sold. What's your Y? Okay, let me see. Wait, sorry. I think I made a mistake here. Not 80. Your guava or your watermelon is 80. Let me see again. Wait. Your guava or your watermelon is 80. Watermelon is 80, sorry. Watermelon is 80. You're finding your maximum profit. So this is correct, 40x, 40y. This is correct. Just that it's not your x that's 80, your y that's 80. Watermelon is 80. You're finding your maximum profit. So in this case, when your y is 80, what is the smallest value of x? Because if your x is smaller, you have less losses, right? If you sell a lot of guava, you make a lot of guava juice, then you lose more money, right? So, okay, come back to this one, 80. So what should I take? 80 is here. The bigger the x value, the more money you lose, right? So you want smaller. Smallest is what? Okay, you cannot take this dotted line. Why? If the dotted line is non-inclusive, it doesn't include. So 20 is here. This one, the scale is 40. So the closest we can take is what? 21. Half of the box. We can read up to half the smallest box, and 21 is an integer value. So we can take 21. So I read from here, this is 21. Okay, so when your y is 80, your x is 21. So you have you want the maximum profit. Maximum profit occur when you produce less guava juice and more watermelon juice. Your watermelon already predetermines 80. The question already say you make 80, produce 80 watermelon. So just use your calculator. So this question is not the typical linear programming question, as at least the last part. The first part, all okay, quite standard. The last part, a bit different, but it's not difficult. It's not difficult. Yeah, you don't have to like draw the line, the objective function line. I got 3084.5. Okay. Okay, now here we have a table that shows information related to 4 ingredients used in produce a type of biscuit, right? So price index for ingredient P in 21 based on 2019 is 130. Okay, look at ingredient P. Ingredient P. Find Z. Okay, so we focus on this. The price index, to calculate the price index, we take the price in the current year Z, divide by price in the base year 15 ringgit times 100. The result is 130. So you find Z. Okay, take 130. You times 15 ringgit divided by 100. You should get 19.5. Okay, so that's your Z. Next, how to find second one, you're finding X and Y. They say that the price index for ingredient Q for 21 based on 19 is 140. Okay, 21 based on 19 is 140. So we look at this one. How do you calculate the price index? We take the base current year divided by base year times 100. This is 140. We can form an equation. I make Y a subject. 140 divided by 100 is 7 over 5x. First equation. We need to form 2 equations. Okay, the second equation is this. I read. The price index for ingredient Q in year 2019 is 6 ringgit less compared to 2001. So 2019 is X. X is, now whenever X equals Y means X and Y has the same price. But X is 6 ringgit less. So you minus Y minus 6. Yeah. So how you know where to minus and where to plus? Or you can say X minus Y. Should I say Y minus X equals to 6? Right? Because Y is bigger, X is smaller. So maybe we just use this. X equals to Y minus 6. Okay. So whatever price of Y, you minus 6 ringgit, you get the price of X. So now that we got 2 information, right? 2 equation, we can sub 2 in 1 or 1 in 2, doesn't matter. So your Y equals to, your X is equals to 7 over 5x minus 6. Can multiply over 5x equals to 7x minus 30. 30 equals to 2x. What's your x? X is 15. As you sub inside equation number 1, your y is 7 over 5 times 15. Y is 21. Okay? Yeah, up to here, still okay. All right? Okay, part B. Given a composite index to produce the biscuit for the year 2021 based on 2019 is 132. Express P in terms of Q. So we have the composite index, price index. For P, they mentioned here, let me just write here. P was your price index? 130. Q, the price index, just now we are given this as 140. I need to find the price index for R and S. So for R, right, what's your price index? We take 12 ringgit, divide 750 times 100. Find out your price index first. 12 divide 750 times 100, that's 160. Okay. How about S? 880 divided by 8 times 100. Is it 110? Okay. 880 divided by 8 times 100. So this is 160, this is 110. Okay. Now, what I want is using this composite index of 132, right? Express P in terms of Q. So let us take the composite index is 132. Take 130 times 5, 140 times P, 160 times Q, 110 times 3, divided by total. What's your total? 5 plus P plus Q plus 3, 132. Okay, can we simplify this? 140 P, 160 Q plus, okay, what is this number? 130 times 5 plus 110 times 3. This is 980. Divide P plus Q plus 8 equals 132. Okay, I'm going to multiply over 140P, 160Q plus 980 equals to 132. This is 132 times P, 132Q, 132P, 132Q, 80 times 132. Sorry, 8 times 132. 1056. Okay, remember you're finding Q, P in terms of Q. So you group all the P on the same side. Show this P to the left, show the Q to the right, show this number to the right. 140 minus 132 is 8P. So 1056 minus 980, right, is 76. 132 minus 160 is negative, right? Negative 30, negative 28. Okay, can I divide this? I think we can, right? 76, can you divide by 4? Cannot divide by 8, can divide by 4. So when you divide 4 is 19, divide by 4 is 7. Bring it over, you get 19 minus 7Q over 2. Okay. All right. Last part C. Sorry, no space. I have to like squeeze in everything here. Now, the price of the biscuit in the year 2019 is 40 ringgit. The price of all ingredients increased by 20% from 2021 to 2022. Find the selling price in 2022, given that the company is targeting a profit of 15%. So number one, you need to know that cost has gone up. Before this, the cost is 132, right? From 2019 to 21. Now 21 to 22 increased by another 20%. So we can use this simplified chain rule thing. So this is 19, 21, 22. 19 to 21, the overall cost of the composite index is 132. 21 to 22 increased by 20%. So you are finding this. Yeah, this is the price index for 19 to 22. So we take 132 times 120 divided by 100. So basically it's 132 times 1.2. You should get this answer, 158.4. So what does this 158.4? That means that the cost has gone up by 58.4% within these 3 years. So your cost, right, originally is how much? The price of the biscuit is 40 ringgit. So the price in 2022 divided by 40 ringgit times 100 is now 158.4. So this is just the cost. You don't include the profit yet. So you times with 40 divide 100, you should get 63.36. So that means your cost has gone up to this price. Okay, we haven't even factored in the profit. So if you want to make a profit of 15%, so you must sell the price at 15% higher, right? So what is the price, selling price? You take 115. Why 115? 100% is your cost. You top up 15% profit. You times with the selling price. What the cost price? 63.36. Okay, let me move this over. 63.36. Okay, use your calculator. Times with 1.15. Okay, answer is 72.86. RM 72.86. Okay, now. Let's continue. Last question for this paper. Question 15. So this is kinematics of linear motion. So diagram shows two particles A and B moving along a straight line, right? So at the instant t equals 0, particle A and B move off from point M and N given, and the displacement function are given SA and SB. So find initial velocity of particle A and B. Okay, initial velocity you can find by first differentiate displacement to get velocity. Differentiate, you get 3d squared plus 8d plus 5. They ask for initial velocity for both. Now, initial happens when t is 0. When t is 0, you put 0 inside. Okay. This one should be like 5, right? Just 5. Okay. Then what's your b? b also you need to differentiate. Differentiate SB. Differentiate SB, you get VB. This is t power 3. So bring the power down. 3d squared minus 2t plus 4. Differentiate 18, you get 0. So when t is 0, what's your VB? You put 0 inside. Your VB is 4. Okay, so that is first part, quite easy. Okay, now next, find the distance traveled by the particle A and particle B at the instant they collide. So when they collide, which one is equals to which one? When they collide, displacement A equals to displacement B, right? Okay, remember, all the displacement are measured from the same point, which is point M. Yeah, displacement from point M. So you don't go and plus the distance, right? Although B is ahead of A, right? When you take T equals 0, you can see this equation. When you take T equals 0, you get 18. So it's actually 18 meters ahead of A. So never mind, we just sub inside. This will be like T power 3 plus 4T squared plus 5T equals to T power 3. This will be T squared. Wait, minus T squared plus 4T plus 18. Okay, we can cancel T cube and T cube. Bring over 5T squared plus T minus 18. Okay, 5 times 18 is 90. What's the factor of 90? I should use 90, factor of 90. 10 and 9. 10 and 9. 10 is positive, 9 is negative, T is 9 over 5. Okay, we want to find distance traveled particle A. Particle A is quite direct, we just substitute. Yeah, substitute this inside your essay. Okay, by the way, T cannot be negative, right? You know our time can't be negative, so we just take 9 over 5. Find your SA, take 9 over 5, sub inside 9 over 5 power 3 plus 4, 9 over 5 power 2 plus 5, 9 over 5. Okay, let's count. Okay, the calculator, 9 over 5, press equals. So I like to use this. When I press equals, it's saved in my calculator. So when you type answer, it's there, power 3 plus 4, answer power 2 plus 5 times answer. You should get this answer. Okay, it's a very ugly number. 2799 over 125. So I actually prefer to write a mixed number. You can give in any form, but this is actually easier for us to count. Okay, 125. Right? Okay, now I know some people would tend to go and sub T equals 95 inside SB. No need. You know why I say no need? Why I say no need? Who travel further? A, right? When they meet, right? For example, A and reach here already. So A already travel 2799 over 125. It traveled this distance. Now we know for B, right? When T equals 0, what's your SB? SB is 18. See this? 18, right? SB is already 18 meters ahead of A. So what's the distance traveled by SB? SB actually travel, okay, this is SA, which represent the distance travel. So maybe I call it D, distance travel. Distance traveled by A is this. Distance traveled by B is actually shorter. Why? A has to catch up with B, right? Whatever distance A travel, B travel 18 meter less. So I take 2799 over 125 minus 18. I get 999 over 125. Now, if you don't understand, you find this is confusing, just substitute 9 over 5 inside here, inside SB, straight away. You get the answer. Okay? All right. Now, next, calculate acceleration for particle A and B before collision occur. Very simple. Differentiate the velocity, you get your acceleration. Differentiate this velocity function for A, you get 6t plus 8. And we substitute the time as 9 over 5. So acceleration for A is 6 times 9 over 5 plus 8. Okay, use my calculator. 6 times 9 over 5 plus 8. You should get 18.8. Yeah, 18.8, I just write. Okay, meter ms minus 2. Then acceleration for B, take velocity function for b over here. Differentiate, you get 6t minus 2. Again, sub in t with 9 over 5. Acceleration for b is 6 9 over 5 minus 2. Take this, minus 2. You should get 8.8. Okay, you can write in next number of improper fraction, yeah, or decimal. I prefer decimal in this case, okay? Yep. I think this is not too difficult, especially if you're good in algebra and you like differentiation integration, you may find this is easy, right? Okay, guys, I'm done with the discussion of this SPM 2022 paper 2 question. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys in our next video.